Rape and forgiveness. He came into my house, ransacked through it, invaded my space, my privacy, my home. He came into my room, stepped into my safe place, raped me, did intimate things only reserved for someone loved, berated me, told me he knew everything about me. I was exposed. He knew my family, my life. He raped my home, my intimacy, my body, my person, my life. He was not going to get away with it. I would make sure of that. He was tall. He was black. I memorized everything that I could about him. His voice, his face, his hair. I wouldn't rest until he paid for what he did to me. I was determined to survive, to make him pay for this, to move on from this. I was not a victim, but a survivor. He was not done. What else did he want? Ransacking through my home, my things, looking for something, asking me for things, like we were friends, acquaintances. I needed to get away. The bathroom window, too small. The back door by the kitchen should be good. I am hungry, I said, and walked over to the kitchen. Can I fix you something? I had the water running, made sure to make noise so he would know that I was there. And when I saw my chance, I took it. I ran. I ran out the door to the neighbor's house. Naked, with just a blanket, I ran for my life. At the neighbor's house, I begged, implored to be let in. She recognized me. She called the police. My raper was after me, outside, and would kill me. They came, they searched, but he was gone. They took me down to the doctor. But these were different times. There was no concern. It wasn't a serious crime. It could have waited till the morning. No need to make a call in the middle of the night. The disdain was shown by the roughness, the inconsiderate treatment, and the lack of care. They took me in. I sat there. I had to retell what happened, and a sketch was made. I was sure. I was convinced I had seen this man's face. I would never forget the person that did this to me. After hours of talking, of interviewing, of retelling the horrific night I had, I was allowed to shower, to wash my body, to rid myself of all that made me feel raped. He raped me. He hurt me. He changed me. But they put shame on me. They didn't want to recognize my rape. Not the police, not the doctors, not my mother, not my boyfriend. They pointed out, it's just sex. No bruises, no cuts. You survive. You're alive. But they refused to see the damage inside. The damage to my person, my life, my humanity. As if I had had a part on this. As if I had had a choice. As if I had wanted this. As if I could control this man. No, neither I or her that was raped just like me wanted this. We had no desire for this. We had no control over it. They called me in for a lineup. They showed me pictures and hinted that my rapist could be there. I saw him. He was there. They brought me into a room with 7 men, without a barrier or a glass. There, like people meeting somewhere, like friends hanging together. As a victim, I felt every piercing man looking through my body, through my soul, sizing me up, my face, saying the same words, the same phrases he said to me that night. I pointed out, it's him. It's him, I said. She picked me out. She pointed at me. She was sure I was the person that raped her. It wasn't me. I could never do that to a woman. She assured everyone it was me, the police, the jury, the judge. Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? It wasn't me, but they had me plead. It's easier this way, they said. It's better for you, they said. But what do I know? I was just 16 years old. It was different times. The color of my skin was all the proof they needed. Someone turned me in because of it. Someone pointed me out because of it. Someone didn't care because of it. Someone judged me because of it. Someone convicted me because of it. Sentenced to life in prison. He raped me. He stole that which didn't belong to him. He damaged my life. Well, now I hope he lives the hell that I went through and pays it with his. She was sure it was me, but I was not mad at her. She's a victim like me. I can't be mad at her. She suffered, and now I'm suffering too. No one should have to suffer like this, regardless of the color of their skin. But my life was not enough to pay for this crime, so 50 more years were added to my life sentence. Is my life not worth as much as your life? I will survive this. I will find a way. So I prepared for my new life. I was determined. I worked out. I found a way to stay safe inside that hellhole. I protected myself and only fought when it was needed. Then I saw me. He looked just like me. He was there too. I asked, like someone asking for the time. I asked if it was he who did my crime, but he denied it to my face. He knew I was there because of him, and he did not care for me, for my life, for my future. I sought help. I told people of him, his likeness, his whereabouts, but no one listened, not yet. I was determined to kill him. If I was going to be here, then might as well be for a good reason. But what use would that do? How different would that make me? I was determined to survive, to make him pay for this, to move on from this. I was not a victim, but a survivor. Everyone confused us, the other inmates, the officers, and that would be my way out, eventually. Time passed. Routine set in. I stayed out of trouble. I got used to the cage. But I was still determined to prove my case. Time brought the answer, DNA. So I put together all the information I had gathered, even a side-by-side picture of he and I. Sent it all in and waited. Finally, a new trial was scheduled. The answer I needed. Now they will see. Now they will realize it wasn't me, that they had the wrong guy. They had it wrong. He raped me. He ruined my life. But I moved on. It wasn't easy, but I prevailed. I found love, made a family. I am finally feeling happy. But how is this possible? A new trial? Why is he getting another chance? He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't get to do this. Not in my watch. I was angry. I was furious. I was going to make sure he didn't get away with this. New trial came, but they didn't want to see the evidence, the proof. Their past transgressions they had to cover. Despair took over. I had no hope. I had to accept that the system was rigged. The system didn't care. The system was blind, too blind to see, too blind to care, too blind to change. But finally, hope. DNA proved that he did my crime. He raped those girls. He committed that for which I've been caged for so long. She finally had proved that she was wrong, that it wasn't me she saw that night, that she had picked the wrong man. My freedom at last. I work hard to prove my innocence, to stay out of trouble, to get out. Apologies came from everywhere, but nothing can make up for 11 years lost. Compensation is not enough. Money can bring back your youth, can wash away all the pain. Is there room for forgiveness among so much transgression? Can you forgive someone for taking away the best years of your life? It wasn't him. How could this have happened? I was sure I saw him. I knew it was him. How could I have done this? I robbed a person of their life, of their family, of their future. How could I make this right? Not for my shame, not for my mistake, not for my pride, but for him. No matter the shame, forgiveness must happen. I want to meet him. I have to ask, even if he answers no. I want to meet her. She needs to know that I don't hate her, that I've forgiven her. Finally, a meeting day was set. What will she say? How can she make up for this? She doesn't have to. It wasn't her fault. She was a victim like me, living in a system that didn't respect, didn't acknowledge either one of our pains. A heartfelt apology and a petition for forgiveness. That is all that was needed to heal, to put the past where it belongs, to settle things, to move on, to live with oneself, to live with one another. To forgive is to allow oneself to stop hurting and to allow the others to stop hurting us. It is the only way we can let go, move on, and grow.